Hey, this is Tony Cook, and I'm here with none other than Jeff Zucker. Spring Creek Model Trains. How is it at
Hey,
the tail end of January already, Jeff?
oh man, it has flown by, hasn't it, Tony?
I mean, I still feel like, the Christmas decor. Well, I do see Christmas decorations up here and there, but yeah, it's this month has just blown by.
It
Now,
has been
you
wild and crazy for
you
sure.
you guys have had train show after train show. We got some neat pictures of stuff your folks are doing. But did you get to go out to Amherst?
I did. It was a good time. They said they had an attendance record again for them, so that's always good to hear. It was even more of the buildings were filled in fuller, so there was lots to see. There's just no way, even in 2 days, I don't think you could see everything that's in that show.
Yeah.
But it was good to get out there and see everybody, all our customers. It was good to see manufacturers, talk to them. Of course, Scale Trains they had one announcement last month, and of course, the announcement they did there, or the two announcements they did there for me hit home. And so my pocketbook's going to be a little lighter, which is
Yeah. Yeah.
how that goes. So it was a lot of fun. Outside of here, you can hear it, everybody. So I'm dealing with a little sickness coming back from that, but
Yeah.
getting better. So hopefully we'll be over it next week.
Yeah, and that's we were looking at just got the two of us this round for this month. This first time I think Mike's missed a show that I can remember, but Mike is down
Yep,
a little under the weather this week. Was he out at Amherst too?
he was. Yeah, he was out there. It was all we both felt fine until we got home, and then it was like, oh, okay. So I don't know if it's just our bodies relaxing and saying, okay, we're done, and
Yeah, I was gonna.
whatever we were carrying said, okay, we're in. But
I've had that kind of feeling myself too, where it's like I don't know if it's half just because I'm tired and done traveling and give up or what. But yeah,
yeah, yeah,
we got some neat stuff. Let's. I'll bring up some pictures uh, for us to share. We got new products to look at, some of the new Amherst announcements as well, and some new arrivals. But this
yeah.
one, I was so jealous to see this.
Me
This is
too.
your
I didn't
mom.
know they were going to do it. I think it's awesome they did, though.
This is so neat. These are pictures that here's Dave and Deb Zucker at this caboose hotel place that was, I think, in Pennsylvania. Is it?
Yeah, yes, it is.
Actually, there was a rock picture. But look at this. I thought this was so cool. These are pictures your dad took so you get to stay in the caboose, which I think that's really awesome.
Oh,
Those
oh, nice.
dining there and everything. But I think this is really awesome that they got to do this. And look at all these cabooses. It's so cool.
That is cool. See, I've known about the one. I think there's one out west somewhere, like Washington or something that's similar.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
But
there's
yeah, this is cool.
there's one in some park that you can stay like in an old Great Northern F-45. And I've always wanted to do that, and I can't remember where that is now. But yeah, these are
Oh,
pictures.
well, it's Glacier.
Yeah, Glacier. That I think that's a bucket list. I'd love to be able to say I slept in an F-45.
Right. Yeah,
But this is what Dave and Deb have been doing. Now, were they out at Amherst too?
they were. Yes,
Okay, where are you at
Dad
there?
did the hard work. Him and a colleague of ours, Bruce, started off and they went out to Novi, Michigan, and then they headed on to Amherst with the show load, and then
Wow.
Mike, Bob, and I all flew out,
Oh, okay.
and
Wow.
then Bruce, Mike, and I all flew home, and Mom and Dad took over, and they're doing Timonium this weekend, so
Oh,
that's
yeah.
why they're traveling around Pennsylvania, and then they'll start heading home after Timonium, or
Wow.
heading this way, I should say.
It looks like they're having some fun. We got some rail fan pictures.
Yeah,
Later on, we'll look at those shows too. Jim Wigan at Athearn just sent me this stuff in the last day or so. These are new arrivals
yeah,
from Athearn and HO. I always like it when they do these with the flat with a trailer on it. And I
yeah. It's
pulled,
good. It's a good value, I think.
I do too. And they're really cool. They're fun. I always end up picking up something because of the flat or the piggyback will catch my attention. But these are fun releases. Again, these are new things arriving from Athearn and HO. this we were talking before we went on here about our pocketbooks being lighter, and it's like these baby tunnel motors are going to kill me from Athearn. These are Genesis Jeep 15-1s. They're really not baby tunnel motors, as you know, but well, this is a Jeep 15T with
Right.
the dynamic, so it'd be the chassis prototype. And I think I heard somebody at Athearn say this is like one of their best selling pre-order things they ever had. And
Really.
boy, they're awesome looking. I think they're just
They're very cool. They look very good in the liveries. It's
yeah. And then some legits. There's you
yeah.
got Conrail in there. I like the Mopac. And then this
Oh,
is
the rock rail. Yeah.
yeah. You can see it's got this is that new the guy in Memphis. And I think I heard something changed on that railroad. And I can't is it
I did too. I heard they changed operators or something.
yeah.
I have never confirmed any of that, but I know that they were moving some stuff up to Kansas. So
Yeah. I think some of that's coming. It's like Belton or the south part of Kansas City. So shortens my trip to see him, but I don't know what all's going on with that. I hope it didn't go away because I really like the stuff this guy has been doing.
yeah, it's cool.
These are new Genesis level Jeep 15s and then Jeep 38-2s.
38s, yeah.
And boy,
It's been a while for them to do 38.
yeah. And these are more contemporary with the ditch lights. And as they like to do anymore, I think every one of these BNSFs, I think I might have 3 pictures here, are all a little bit different as far as the details and the paint. Like see the silver tank and trucks on that one. These UPs are nice.
Older UP.
Yeah. I like that. And I remember those. Yeah. I remember that was early Jeep 38s and I forget, but UP had some with the big fuel tank and the dynamic brakes, but that's very sharp looking.
Well, the silver, that'd be pre-Mopac, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Again, I think these might be a little like the nose lettering says early to me, but the shield on the cab and then the large number under Union Pacific on the long hood, it might be slightly modified, but
Yeah.
look at that. But I kind of remember them here with 38s. Then the Milwaukee's with the dinky fuel tank.
Yeah.
I mean,
talk about trying to save fuel.
And they always do the good. I think it's got the electronic bell is up there by the air horn. Is that box thing there? Yeah. New Atlas. This is General American 20,700 gallon non-insulated tanks. This is an Atlas Master release. And there's a couple variations on these. I was looking this up. There's it's a Type 10 and Type 20 on the saddle, which I think is the thing coming up there above the trucks.
Right.
Holding the tank. And I forget now which one this is. I think this is the 10 and there's one that's got a longer arm to it is the Type 20. So there's 2 different variations in these, but this is a new arrival from Atlas. And some of the Amherst stuff, Bachmann showed this is their new 1900 era. And I think these are going to come in scale too, but this is the HO version of this coach. And I think it is close to like a Strasbourg. They're doing Strasbourg in 2 road names for the cars. And this is a new tooling project from Bachmann and HO. And they're also doing like SP and Penske, a couple other road names for this too. But kind of an
undersold their booth out there. So
oh, he didn't. Wow. As you say, that show is so big, even with 2 days. And if you're dedicated trying to get through it all, man, you still almost can't,
Yeah.
I mean, that's so much stuff. Yeah. I'm still catching news and information stuff will hit like, oh, I didn't see that or I didn't hear that. And yeah, being there is just crazy. Just got these in the last week. Have you gotten these yet? The new Bachmann BL2s?
We did. We got some Rock Islands.
Oh, sweet. That's the one I think I still need. I'm going to have to call you tomorrow and get that because I'm trying to finish my set on these. Mopac, C&O here, and then there's also Western Maryland. I might have a picture of that. I took one apart, as I like to do for us on this show, to show it. This comes DCC equipped, but as you can see, you unscrew the bottom there, and it'll hold a round speaker. Nice. And if you see right next to that post there on the underframe, there's a hole ready that you could feed the wires up through. So easy to do that change over to that. It does come just straight DCC out of the box.
And I'm surprised they didn't go.
Yeah, if they didn't do the sound. Yeah, I don't know if they didn't have, because I think a BL2 would be kind of just their F unit sound. And LED lighting, the shell comes completely off. It's got 4 posts that hold it in place. But nice piece. This is kind of exciting. Ryan Crawford over in Springfield, Illinois is going to review this Monon, and I'm taking a look at the Chessie in Western Maryland that we're going to have that coming up in a Model Road News cover story. But always fun because it's such a odd duck.
It's a very odd duck, yeah.
And speaking of odd ducks, I saw Bowser. Bowser had a number of things at the show that you might have seen. I don't know if you got over to see.
I did.
Lee English.
Yeah, those C415s are looking nice for sure.
Oh yeah, I'm excited about these, and I think I saw a post from him that he's working on. They announced some regular SD40s, U.S. railroads. They've got some new SD40-2s that had some Canadian stuff in them. Yep. And then that SW1001.
Yeah.
The little switcher with the low profile is coming up too, is all these projects. And I think he did say that he's hoping later this year, so 2025, to get these 415s out. And he had updated artwork. So there's the cool demonstrator. And then there's a couple of Rock Islands, the maroon, and I think he's also doing the red with the more speed letter, the Spokane, Portland, and Seattle, Burlington, Northern. Man, I mean, all of them, Jeff. This is one of those, there's not a road name here that it's like, yeah, I could probably do without that. They're all cool.
They're all cool.
Yeah, that's so awesome that this is coming out. And then you see the high-ed trucks on this BN, and then like the Rocks have the AAR Type B, but
right.
This is going to be sweet. This will be, first time outside of brass, or, a pretty crude model done about 1970 in plastic that will have a real high-end version of this 415. So I'm really looking forward to it. But boy, Bowser's just cranking away. And have you seen that Bowser HO F unit with the big snowplow?
Yes.
Oh, man, are those cool.
They are very nice. Well done locomotive.
That is very neat. I've got the big speed letter Rock. I'm so glad those came out. Now I'm tempted to get that UP as well. But those are new Bowser Executive releases, their HO scale F units. Did you stop by and see the guys from Iowa Scaled? Were they?
I did.
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to. They were busy. So I didn't get a chance to talk to them. But their crossing belt thing looks really cool.
I'm intrigued by it because it looks like literally something that I might be able to do without messing it up.
Right.
It looks pretty easy. This is I think they're calling it road ready. And so you'd have the 2 sensors there on both sides that would go between the rails, then whatever lighted crossing gate you want to use. And then you see the speaker attachment, because they sell those little, I've seen those at your place, and when you're at shows, those little boxes that do the sounds, and then you give it power. So literally you can see you plug a handful of things in, mount that under your board, and you actually have a working crossing gate, which is like, right. But this is new from Iowa Scaled. I think we have an early version of it that one of my reviewers has been looking at, so we'll have coverage on that soon in the magazine. But I'm excited by it. That's a cool, that's always something you want to do, but it's like, I don't know how to make that work.
Right.
It looks like
this is very, very, very simple.
Yeah, took the work out of it, so you can have it there if you want it, pretty easy. Cato, I didn't catch this at Amherst, but right afterwards, Cato talked about this SD70 ACU and N-scale. So since Mike isn't here, we'll talk some N-scale.
That's right.
It doesn't feel like he's left out.
No, it'll be a good model for the N-scalers for sure.
And I think it's Norfolk Southern and maybe Canadian Pacific.
Yep, that's all who had it.
Yeah. But
the CP put all their fancy military paint schemes on the ACU.
Exactly. Yeah. I had my assistant editor, I had dinner there. He and his wife, their little baby's 3 months old, Jeff, and I keep thinking that kid's just going to start talking. And only 3 months old, but boy, she and I took Bandit, and Bandit's just going crazy, like, wow, where'd they get this little person? But yeah, we had dinner the other night, and I was talking about this, saying, boy, this just isn't registering with me. He said it's because it's NS and CP. You're thinking UP, BNSF, and thinking, I don't know anybody that has these. I'm like, yeah, I guess I'm too Western oriented on that. But so yeah, this would be this is all new tooling, first time in scale from Cato is a new announcement from them. And this, I think, I've seen some press on this from Lionel HO. And I know a lot of people seem vaguely confused on it because, Lionel's done that kind of toyish Berkshire for the Polar Express set. So
Right.
like the worst comments I always see is, "Oh my gosh, I'm not going to pay that for that." It's like it obviously is not. This is an all new tooling. They announced this Berkshire in a couple of different liveries. It's going to have ESU and DCC. This is like about a $700 piece. So this is aiming for, the high end of the market.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then they also announced a high end Pensy ore car, are new from Lionel coming in HO. And there are some fantasy paints. At least I think that is. I don't think there ever was
I don't think Nickel Plate ever did that.
so, but that's kind of interesting. And again, and I get the confusion on it with they've already got the one. It can't be that one. It's like, oh yeah, no, it's not that one. But that's an interesting and like, oh wow, surprise coming out of Lionel.
Well, I hate to say it, that was a booth I probably walked by thinking, oh, that's nothing there for me. So.
Exactly. Yeah. As I say, between that and the confusion over the other model. Yeah. Another neat in-scale announcement. This is the 52-foot Railgun. Will be a new body style from Microtrains. They said they're going to have it out this summer, which is very cool. I'm eager to see. And this is the Greenville prototypes. I know 2 or 3 Thrall or somebody else. They're all close, but not the same, as always happens.
Right.
With that stuff. But new body style here on these Railguns, which was a neat thing for Microtrains. I really like those new. You've got those new flat cars in, don't you? That Thrall.
Yes.
With the deck
that
on those.
Oh, well done.
They really look good. I mean, they're ready to put a load on, but boy, the deck and everything on them is so good. They're just as nice undecked. That I was just laying out the review for it. Justin Sobeck over in St. Louis reviewed those, and yeah, those are dynamite cars. Good height, on the rail with the trucks and body mounted couplers and all that, but really nicely done.
Yep. Those Gons will be.
Those will be huge.
They'll be great.
And have you gotten in any of the new? This is on the left.
Gotten a couple in.
Yeah, the left is the first, which is as delivered. And then on the right, I just got these in the last week, is modified. You see the tanks up on the roof. There's something done to the 2 exhaust things. And you can see also underneath Southern and just to the right of Pacific where they cut in the louvers to try to pull in cleaner, cooler air low on these. So this is modified, Kraus Modify from Pico America. And again, man, the detail on these is just mind-boggling. I really like these models, but these are really sweet. And this is there's 3 9100, 01, and 02. I think are the 3 numbers they did. And they come with an DCC sound and then standard DC. And again, this is from Pico America. HO scale Kraus modifies now in modified SP. I'm eager to see some of the Rio Grande things. Remember, Rio Grande put those kind of chimney sides and things on them. So it's an incredible piece, but it's kind of a who'd ever thought.
Just amazing they can keep doing it, and they're knocking it out of the park each time. So it's not.
Yeah, they really look good. I got to talk to Bob Zink about. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be a little bit faded on the paint. You can see the 9100 has like a patch around its number there on the back tail on that unit. But I was going to ask Bob about the color change is a little lighter, if that was fading, or I don't know if they really repainted them or what. But neat to see them kind of adding that little extra thing too of, again, it's modified. So the gray is a little bit different as well. So really sweet. And boy, these things can pull. They just pull nails right out of a wall. It's amazing. This absolutely surprised me. And Rapido usually tells me the stuff they're going to do and asks for pictures. And, being the old collector I am, it's like, oh, you didn't tell me you were going to do the AHM Helium car as a real model? It's like, oh, man, that's cool. But this was a Rapido train surprise for the show. I can't believe this. I mean, what a neat. These are the Helium cars that work out of, where is it, Jeff? Is it up in the Texas Panhandle or up in New Mexico? And I think the Santa Fe?
It was on the Santa Fe for sure.
It was on the Santa Fe. And I want to say it's like the Navy controlled it, and it was like Department of Mines or something. Yeah. But wow, this is an early mock-up example of this Rapido HO ACF Helium car that'll be out in the next year or so. Wow.
It's nice to have because
yeah.
the market for those old AHMs are was unreal. Honestly, how much you could get for those cars.
It is crazy. I've supplied those a couple of times over the years with somebody saying, "Boy, I really would like to have one of those. Have you got?" And I'd go digging around through a box and find one to send to Michelle. And so cool that we're getting a real model of this. But
Yeah,
this was just one of Rapido's. These rolled in. What'd you think of these C30s now that they're in the wild?
they're very nice. Obviously, they had the number board issue, but other than that, they're a real nice motor, run well, detailed, very nice. Don't have the BNs yet. Still waiting on those. So
Oh, okay. I know they held up.
here any time. I think we should get those. But
I was going to say these rolled in for me this week. This is the NW with the Rockwell trucks, and then the corrected BN. I forget what was the problem on the BN. Do you remember why they had to pull it back?
the pilot extension was not painted black on top. It was still green.
Oh, okay.
So they sent it back to have it repainted.
But boy, they look sharp. And I took one apart. The shell comes off easy as can be. Whenever I have one of these really detailed things and I read the stuff on taking the shell off, I always think I'm going to tear something up. But you can see there's 4 screws, 2 per side. And then, of course, you take the coupler pockets out. No wires tethered in between, LED lighting throughout, and slid right off. Easy to get inside. So if you buy a standard DC, put a decoder in it and stuff, it's an easy project. But really nice. They got good heft to them. I remember doing the pull tests, and I thought the sound was really good too. They pulled well, and the sound I thought was really nice on these.
They sound like they're supposed to.
Exactly. Had that real GE sound to them, yeah. And this was a little bit older. I want to catch this because I know we talked about these are Walther's mainline, that one Pullman Standard hopper. There's the Peabody hopper that I'll show in a minute. But I was looking at this the other day. This is a new Cornerstone HO coal set that's coming out soon. And I really like these all-together kits with like the loaders, the fencing, the raised thing for the track. I mean, all there in one box, the office, that whole deal. And again, as we said,
the whole business.
Whole thing. That's really nice. And it's the Pullman Standard 3-bay that's coming out as part of, or with that at the same time. And I think I see. Yeah, and one other thing, the Jeep 7s are coming from Proto, and Jeep 9s are coming from Walther's mainline. This Jeep 7 I thought was really awesome in that they're doing this steam generator torpedo tube Wabash in the tricolor, which is a cool thing. Here's one of their pilot samples of an Algoma Central. This is all road accurate.
Yeah, I love that stripe pilot.
And then these were kind of the other two. I love the Wabash one. I love this Northern Pacific, and the Rockets Rock Island as well. And I think these are later this year. They're up for pre-order now. So if you're looking for it, call them at Spring Creek. DT&I is in the group. There's a bunch of good roads in that, but this is again new Walther's Proto Series GP7s, and boy, they really look good. Then the other thing I want to point out, Kevin Udaly, from White River Productions, president of White River, has got a new YouTube channel, and there's the address down there. It's YouTube at WRP Adventures /videos. He's got 2 videos up of his cool, he and like Mel Wilson, those guys go out rail fanning in Australia, and he's put these videos together showing some of this stuff, and they are really neat videos. You see the first one there's like 16 minutes, the other's 23 minutes, but he kind of goes through and explains where they're going and talks about, the rail fan trips and that kind of stuff. So head out there and take a look at that while you're looking around on YouTube and check out these videos. But this is new from Kevin Udaly, president of White River Productions. Has got WRP Adventures as a YouTube channel now with some fun videos of his.
That'll be super fun with his rail fanning adventures. I know that's his passion. So.
Oh, absolutely. And he loves going to Australia. I've seen him working on these. I think this is a 6 or 8 part series. And I'd seen a couple of them in the last month or two while he's working on them, and it's really awesome. So yeah, definitely check those out. And then I guess is this Amherst?
This is Amherst. There's our booth.
Yeah.
We built it big to have nice big aisles so that people didn't feel they were being rushed when they're in there.
Looks good.
And
I see
it really paid off. We had
good
steady
show.
crowd all weekend.
And I see Elton Models was there. He's got some nice farm implement stuff that I've got running in Model Railroad News. He's got, from those little antique tractors up to modern that I'm running here in the next month or so. And then this was the other pictures that I think your dad had posted. Yeah. I want to say this maybe was Enola, Pennsylvania. Maybe.
I think so.
And they were yeah. And then coming up, we got a couple of shows. You mentioned that's why they're still out running around. They're going to Maryland. Timonium is in February 1st. That is this weekend, right?
That is this weekend. We lose January that quick.
Wow. So this weekend, Spring Creek will be at the world famous Timonium show out in Maryland. And then I assume, are you headed to Wichita?
I'm going to try. If I don't, it'll have well, my wife will be going with me since Mike can't, and then possibly my niece as well, so that we have, if I need to just be away, I can be away and they can run it. I'll at least go along to do the help with heavy work.
But there's 2 shows coming up, Timonium in Maryland, and then southern part of Kansas, Wichita, Kansas, which is about a straight shot down for you guys to head down there, to Wichita. Both those shows are 2-day shows, Saturday, Sunday, February 1st and 2nd. But wow, lots of neat stuff. You got any other shows coming up in the month of February?
Oh man. So February, the next weekend after this one, we'll have just one, which is amazing. How did that happen? But Mom and Dad will be at Indianapolis on their way home from Timonium. And then the next weekend, Mike and I will be doing Lincoln, Nebraska.
Oh.
And I think that's... Jeez, I'm unprepared.
And you can always find the shows. You go to Spring Creek.
Always find the shows on our show schedule.
Off the bat phone. That's probably, I bet that's Mike. I bet that's Mike calling, complaining.
No, that was something else. I forgot to mute the old phone. So, yeah, so we got that, and then let's see. Last week in February, we'll have a show in San Antonio.
Oh, nice.
That'll go to. Well, likes to go to that one because she says it's always warmer.
I was going to say, yeah, by that late February down there, it's already spring. The flowers are popping out and everything. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, so that's what we got going on there. Of course, this summer we got to plug it. A couple activities here in Deschler. So at the last weekend of April, which is the 20. Where did I put it? I guess I didn't get it up there yet. Never mind. It's the last weekend of April, which I believe is the 26th and 7th, will be our Fremo weekend, which we have a big Fremo layout group of guys from all around the country come and set up a modular layout, and you can come and visit it. So that's this weekend. And then, of course, in July on the 5th and 6th, we'll be having our big trade show that we do every other year. And this year we're going even bigger because our high school gymnasium now has air conditioning. So we'll be adding that square footage to add more layouts, most likely. We'll have some more vendors. We have I believe we'll have the Scale Signs guy. If you haven't seen his products for highway signs and everything, they're amazing stuff. Yeah. He's come out with some crossings that are just,
they look great.
Wow, these are well worth his efforts into the hobby because his crossing lights are positionable, so it doesn't have to be directly perpendicular to the track.
And he's got that magnetic base. Did you see that?
Yes.
So so if you bump it, you don't break it.
Flops over.
You can pull them out to clean the track, and I mean, really smart. That guy's stuff is top notch. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we have a husband and wife team from the Texas area that'll be coming up. They make homemade trees, so that's fun because we're always looking for trees as modelers. Good trees. I'm impressed by them. I'm excited to have them come. So it just keeps growing. Hopefully we'll start getting some information put together so we can start pounding out everything that's going to be happening during that weekend. But it's been a little wild and crazy here after the first of the year. So looking forward to February. Hopefully it slows down a notch for us and let us breathe.
So exciting stuff. This weekend, Dave and Deb at Timonium, and then they're heading to Indianapolis after that. And you guys will be down in Wichita, Kansas for that show as well. Yep. And then again, mark your calendars. The end of April is the Fremo.
That's right.
I'll be up for that. And then July, what is it, right after the 4th?
Right out, same weekend, yep. So
same weekend as that.
Friday is a 4th is a Friday, and then the 5th and 6th is the show weekend. So
awesome.
And we know it's the holiday, but it's going to be well worth it, and we hope we'll have lots of people come and visit. So
I think it absolutely will, and that's what the 25th anniversary.
It's our 25th anniversary this year. So Mom and Dad started the store in 2000, so this year's 25 years. So we got lots of neat swag happening. We got a couple new bags, shopping bags. We got one that's exclusive for if you come to the store and purchase a certain amount. And then there's a new one that we're handing out at the trade show celebrating our 25th.
Awesome.
So we hope everybody enjoys those things that we're doing, and we love everybody. We got we did the commemorative car, I believe, last show. So we have those again. They're not on our list and on our website yet because I haven't been around to get it done. But those are been well received. We've had some customers say, I'm going to take this to every modular setup I go to.
That's awesome.
So that's fun to hear. And we're just busy, keep it moving. So.
Well, I don't want to keep you any longer. I got 30 minutes out of poor Jeff's not feeling well, and he's got to go to Wichita this weekend. So, Jeff, remind us the phone number and the website.
Phone number is 402-365-7628, and the website is springcreekmodeltrades.com.
There you go, and you can find show information, exclusive products. Go to that exclusives tab, and you can see the neat stuff they do, like those rock auto loaders and coil cars and always neat stuff like that, as well as I say, check out the shows. Go to their Facebook, YouTube as well. So thanks so much, Jeff, for some time. I know you're probably still tired from Amherst and all that good stuff. So we'll rebound and see everybody again in February. But that's what's happening at Spring
Creek. Hopefully we'll have a surprise for February.
Oh, cool.
We have heard that one of our custom runs is finally making its way towards us. So we'll hopefully get to show those off here in February.
Awesome. Well, thanks a lot, Jeff. Have a good weekend if you make it to Wichita. Hope the weather's good. And
thank you, sir.
Thanks a lot.
Have a good one, Tony. Thank you.